You know, it's funny how life has a way of throwing you into situations you never imagined you'd be in. I mean, here I am, 39 years old, and honestly, I never thought I'd be the type to spill my personal drama out on the internet. But, I don't know. Lately, it's been weighing on me, and I guess I just need to get this off my chest. Maybe some of you have been through something similar, or maybe you've had your own version of this situation. Either way, here goes. But before I continue with this story, make sure you're subscribed to Narrated Audio Stories. I'm glad to share my story on this channel. Now back to the story. So, here's the deal. I've been with this amazing guy for about 3 years now. Let's call him James. When we first met, it felt like I'd finally found someone who really understood me. You know, we clicked in a way that just made sense, and I thought we were on this beautiful path together. And for a while, it was exactly that. Just really, really good. But then, well, his mom entered the picture. And let me tell you, she's got some strong opinions. You see, James's mom, let's call her Mrs. Green. She's one of those moms who is fiercely protective of her little boy. Even though, mind you, this little boy is well into his 40s. From the very beginning, I could sense that she wasn't exactly thrilled about me. It was in the little things. You know, the way she'd give me this once-over, like she was scanning for flaws, or the way she'd make these backhanded compliments that left me wondering if there was a compliment in there at all. But I never imagined just how deep her disapproval went until recently. We were sitting down together, Mrs. Green and I, having one of those awkward getting-to-know-you conversations that, honestly, never really seemed to get anywhere. And then, out of nowhere, she looks me in the eye and says, "Anna, I just don't see you as the right match for my son." And I'm sitting there, stunned, thinking, okay, where's she going with this? And then she drops the bomb. "You're too thin." Can you believe that? Thin. I was so taken aback. I couldn't even process it at first. And then she went on, she wasn't done yet, about how James really needs a chubby girl. Someone who can, I don't know, keep him well-fed and comfortable. As if that's the secret to a happy marriage. I was so shocked. I didn't even know what to say. I just sat there, probably looking like a deer in headlights. So, of course, I went straight to James. I mean, wouldn't you? I told him everything his mom said, hoping he'd have my back. That he'd say something like, "Don't worry about her, babe. I love you just the way you are." Or at the very least, laugh it off and tell me his mom was being ridiculous. But do you know what he did? He just shrugged. Can you imagine? He shrugged. And then, as if that wasn't bad enough, he said, "Well, babe, you should do whatever it takes to get her approval." And I just stood there, staring at him, thinking, am I hearing this right? I mean, really? He actually expects me to change, to gain weight, just to make his mom happy? It was like the ground shifted beneath me, and suddenly, I wasn't so sure of anything anymore. I mean, I love James, but this was something I never saw coming. And now, I'm left wondering, what do I do? And that's when it really started to sink in, like, seriously sink in. I'm 39. 39? I've been out here playing the dating game for what feels like forever. And now, after all this time, I'm stuck asking myself some pretty wild questions. Like, should I actually do it? Should I try to gain weight just to finally get that ring on my finger? Because let's be honest, age isn't exactly on my side anymore. The clock's ticking, and I'm starting to feel it in ways I never did before. So here I am, sitting with my laptop late at night, typing in things like how to gain weight fast, and reading up on all these crazy diets and weight gain shakes. I mean, can you imagine? Me, stuffing my face with pizza and cake. Not because I'm craving it, but because I feel like I have to. Just the thought of it is enough to make me laugh and cry at the same time. I even caught myself Googling images of curvy women, trying to visualize what I might look like with a few extra pounds. I was staring at the screen, wondering if this is really what it's come to. Like, is this what I need to do to fit into someone else's idea of the perfect partner? I kept thinking, Shouldn't James love me for who I am? As I am. And not because I'm trying to squeeze myself into some mold his mom has in her head? And I didn't stop there. I even had this moment where I thought, maybe I don't need to get chubbier exactly, but maybe stronger. Like, what if I just got more? Substantial? So, I dragged myself to the gym, tried lifting weights, hoping maybe this could be the answer. But honestly, it just felt so wrong. It was like I was trying to be someone I'm not. I've always been slim, it's just who I am. So why should I force myself to change that? Especially for something as huge as a marriage proposal? And here's the thing, James still hasn't said a single word about it. Not a peep. It's like he's just sitting back, waiting for me to make the first move. Like this is all on me. And I've got to say, it's seriously messing with my head. Do I really want to marry a guy who won't stand up to his mom? Or even worse, am I about to marry a guy who actually agrees with her and just isn't saying it out loud? Lately, I find myself lying in bed, staring at the ceiling, running all these thoughts through my mind over and over. What does my future look like if I go through with this? Will I look back one day and regret not doing whatever it took to secure my place in his life? Or, even scarier, will I regret bending over backward to meet someone else's standards? Losing sight of who I am in the process? I mean, is this really what love is supposed to be? Compromise after compromise until you're just a shadow of the person you used to be? My friend, let's call her Lisa, she's always been that voice of reason in my life. You know the type, right? The kind of friend who doesn't sugarcoat things, who tells you exactly what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. So, when I laid all this on her, she didn't even hesitate. She looked me dead in the eye and said, "Girl, you're worth more than that. If he can't love you as you are, then he's not the one." Now, that sounds pretty simple, right? Just walk away if he can't accept me for who I am. But is it really that simple? Can I just turn my back on everything we've been through? On all the good moments, the memories we've built over the years? And at 39, can I really afford to walk away and start over? Because, let's be real, time isn't exactly slowing down for me. So, here I am, pacing around my apartment like a hamster on a wheel, going over every possible scenario in my head. What if I do decide to gain the weight? Just to keep the peace? To make his mom happy? And then what if, after all that, his mom still doesn't like me? What if I end up losing myself along the way, trying to fit into this mold that isn't me? And James still doesn't propose? And honestly, what if I go through all this effort and sacrifice, and in the end, I'm the one left feeling empty, with or without the ring? It's like I'm standing at this huge crossroads, with no clear direction in sight. Do I change who I am? Compromise my own values and self-worth, just to hold on to this love? Or do I stand my ground, stay true to myself, and risk losing it all? And what about James in all this? Shouldn't he be stepping up, telling his mom to back off, reassuring me that I'm enough just as I am? Shouldn't he be the one fighting for us, instead of leaving me to figure it all out on my own? So that's where I'm at, caught in this whirlwind of uncertainty, not sure which way to turn. And now, I want to hear from you. If you were in my shoes, what would you do? Would you change yourself to meet someone else's expectations? Or would you hold out for the love that embraces you exactly as you are? I'm really curious, because right now, I'm feeling a little lost. And maybe your thoughts can help me see things more clearly. At the end of the day, I just want to make the right choice, the one that will bring me peace and happiness in the long run. But wow, this is tough. So, thanks for listening, everyone. I really appreciate it. Let me know what you think. And maybe, just maybe, with your help, I'll find the clarity I need to make the best decision for me and my future.